offense that can go for 91 points?
It's really fun. We're sharing the ball, moving the ball, so I feel like I'm getting a lot more easier shots this year.
What's different now about the offense now? I know it's still early, but than at any point last season?
I mean, like I said, we're just sharing it a lot. I mean, I feel like we're playing with like a greater pace, so we're getting more shot attempts up, and then we're just sharing it, playing together. We got a lot of guys that can go get a bucket.
JR, 3 or 4 from three-point range off the bench. I mean, do you feel like you've been shooting really well leading up to the season? And how are you feeling like entering really your second year, first time coming off a year of playing full time in a while?
Yeah, I just been putting in work every single day, just trying to get my confidence up in my shot, and yeah, I think I've been shooting well leading up to this game and even into the even into like the preseason and stuff. So yeah, I think just keep stacking days and shots are gonna keep falling. So
feels like it's been competitive all offseason, to kind of break into the rotation. Like, have you felt there be like an uptick in preseason practice, and how has that kind of helped your game?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think the way we compete every day in practice definitely helps us translate to like an in-game situation. Everyone, like we always say, like, practice harder than when you go out there and play. Like, if you practice so hard, like you'll be able to go out there and it'll become like second nature to you. So, and that helps a lot.
Braeden, where did you feel like you had improved the most that you wanted to see yourself do out on the court tonight?
I think really just like getting more comfortable and just like trying to expand my game and just like fine tune all the stuff that I've been good at. I mean, like, I feel like I've gotten better off the dribble, get in the paint a little bit more.
Anything else for the guys?
For either of the players, the fact that you already got a road atmosphere like this under your belt before you even start regular season play, how do you feel like that helps this team just build that confidence, especially down the line later on this season?
Yeah, I mean, great turnout tonight. Shout out to the Purdue Fort Wayne fans, and shout out to the Notre Dame fans that made the drive over here to watch us play. It was a really exciting atmosphere. I think it definitely helps for sure. We have a couple road games that are definitely going to be tough, so just having this experience will definitely help out. I think so, definitely.
Braeden, when Marcus is struggling a little bit, like he was early this game, like what does it mean for the rest of you guys to pick him up and still have a high scoring output, even though he's not necessarily playing his best early?
I mean, I think we just got to step it up a little. Like, he's fine. If he struggles a little bit, he's obviously, like, the first guy on the scouting report, like, first team all-conference. He's a really good player, so all the attention's going to be on him, so we just got to make it easy on him.
Good. All right, you guys are good.
All right. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Coach, we'll start with a statement from you, and then we'll go into questions.
Yeah, I'm this was, just such a great opportunity for us to, get a road game, but also do this for a great cause, right? So the big brothers, the big sisters, the Boys and Girls Club here in Fort Wayne, like, I know the Fort Wayne team is doing a lot of really good stuff with those organizations, and for us to just lend a little bit of help in that, I think, we were excited to do that, but also like test ourselves, right? Like, they're an old team. They were picked to finish number 1 in their league. They had a lot of guys back. They played in the postseason last year. They do some things that really test you. So I thought, like, for us, I thought we really followed the game plan defensively, and I thought that's what, we always hang our hat on that. And I thought we started the game with great defensive intensity. I thought we started the half with great defensive intensity, and then our offense kind of fed off of that.
Could you have started any better the first 7 minutes? It's 22-4 on the road in a road atmosphere. Like, you did stuff early against this team that you hadn't really done in a road atmosphere.
Yeah. I think we're just constantly trying to grow. I think I've seen growth from this team in practice situations and everything else. And, we did something the other day in practice where, the first 4 minutes of the game, we want to establish our pace, right? We want to let our team know and let the other team know how this game's going to be played. And that group that started the game, they did that to the other team in practice. And, like, our practices are really close and really competitive. And when they came out with that kind of intensity, that kind of set the tone for the rest of the week. And, I felt good about how those guys played. And like, thought we played a really good defensive game, and probably our best defensive player played 7 minutes, right? But Keba was out there at the start of both halves. We're really, really good defensively when he's out there, and I thought he was really active on offense as well.
Micah, you mentioned the pace there. You guys were up 22-4, I think, 8 minutes in, and then the pace slowed a little bit, but you got it back. What was the key to getting it back? And can you elaborate a little bit more on how much you're pushing pace and why that's so important?
Yeah, I think for me, like, I'm still trying to figure out rotations. Who needs to be in? Who needs to be in with who? How do we keep our pace up? And like Keba being in foul trouble affected it a little bit. Nikita being out affected it a little bit, right? So a couple guys are out of position, a couple guys are out of the game, right? So now like some guys have to play longer stretches and longer minutes. So it's still a math project, I guess, that I'm trying to figure it out, right? But that's why you play games like this. And you could feel it slow down, but we also started fouling. They were shooting a bunch of free throws. Now we're taking the ball out of the net every single time. So I think that affected our pace a little bit too.
From yesterday to tonight, what was the Fort Wayne experience like for you?
It's awesome, man. I've been here. I've worked in probably every part of the state, but this is one of the places where I haven't. But I've been here so much, and whether that's playing or coaching. When I was coaching, at University of Indianapolis, and we played up here, we played Fort Wayne, coming to AAU tournaments, like whatever it may be. My daughter was actually here playing the AAU tournament last weekend. I didn't come, but my wife did. Like, this area is a basketball area, and we wanted to get a chance to, travel around the state and play different people, but also, like I said, test ourselves against a good team. And I enjoyed it being here. The Bradley was a really nice hotel to stay in, and it was right across the street. And went over and got me a couple of Coney dogs for lunch too over at Coney Island. So, and they had Dr. Pepper, so the experience was awesome.
A night like tonight, 2, 3, 4 years down the road, does this have any sort of effect on recruiting in the future?
Yeah, I mean, everything does, I think, right? Like, we have a good fan base here. There's a lot of Notre Dame fans here, and as we start to play different games in different areas, right? I want people to remember Notre Dame's in state, like we are in the borders of Indiana. So coming to Fort Wayne and playing, going to Indianapolis and playing, like doing different things like this, and plus if we can help the other programs in this state that don't get a chance to get a Notre Dame come in their building very often. Like, I want to do it because it's a test for us, but it's also helping these other programs because we're all pushing each other to be great. Like, I want to see these guys in the tournament just like I want to see my team in the tournament, just like I want to see Purdue in the tournament, Indiana, like all these teams. I want all these teams from Indiana to go to the tournament because we're only making all of each other, we're making this all better.
With Nikita, is there any concern he misses regular season time?
No, he rolled his ankle against Xavier. So it's just such a quick turnaround. No reason to really risk it. I think the rest, from playing Wednesday and now having till next Wednesday, he's got time. He's got plenty of time to recover. Like, if this was a do or die type of game, he probably could have got out there and played.
You mentioned over the offseason that you focused mostly on offense, but you're sticking to the defensive principles that made you successful last year. How did you feel like you did in that area tonight?
I thought the guys really followed the game plan of what we were doing. Now, you got to think, like, 4 of those guys that started the game were here. Matalakos played a lot of basketball games, all right, a lot of high-level basketball games. So he knows what we're doing. He knows what we're talking about. He can follow a scouting report. Right now you're subbing Logan. Now you're subbing JR. Now you're subbing Roper. You're bringing in more guys that know our system. So we can, we didn't spend a lot of time on it, but we could be on the string defensively. And now I think, this is something for us to keep growing and building off of. I think we keep getting better as the year goes on defensively without, not losing a step with our offense.
What did you see tonight that maybe you didn't see Saturday in some of the situations you worked through?
I don't know. I still there were some things defensively that they both did that I didn't think we adjusted to well, right? We saw it on Saturday. Thought we turned the ball over too much Saturday. and then we came out and did it again, right? Like if there's a fire and somebody's yelling fire, like don't run into the fire. Like just believe that it's a fire, right? You don't have to run back into the fire, right? It just happened to us. And I think early in the game we were a little bit amped up. We turned it over and it was happening again. But then I think we settled down. I think those guys told me we had maybe one turnover the last 8 minutes of the first half. So like we adjusted, we got better. We got to be better handling the ball out of the gates. Like, you know, if we're going to be a really good shooting team, scoring team, we need more attempts. We can't turn the ball over 15 times. We got to be one of the best teams in the country at not turning it over.
What improvements has Braeden made since last season, and how did he kind of show that tonight?
Yeah, I mean he's just really worked. You know, I think he's doing a good job of attacking closeouts, right? Knowing that people are running at him, running him off the line. He's doing a great job of using his shot faking, attacking closeouts. He's catching the ball on the run as guys aren't looking, and now they're turning. He's already by him, right? And then he's just kind of settling when he gets into the paint. I think that's an improvement from all the guys on our team. We're playing with more patience in the paint, which is leading to a lot of those kickouts, which is leading to some more of those finishes in the paint as well.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.